civics is being engaged in an action-oriented manner with what's going on in the world.
The new requirements for the civics course mandate require all schools to offer a civics course for graduation for all students who will be incoming freshmen for the 2016-17 school year.
And the data points to, involving students in this way creates a long-term interest.
So we need to make sure that our citizens are fully educated about the way things operate, about what the issues are, and then how to be engaged and how to make the world a better place.
One of the ways that we can create active citizens and promote democracy in our society is through this civics course. And what that civics course has to look like is it has to be a one-semester course that is separate from U.S. history courses. And it requires 4 components to be a part of the course.
The McCormick Foundation, along with the Illinois Civic Mission Coalition, has developed this great plan to say, listen, we're going to put regional supports for all of these schools.
The mentors are going to serve as guidance for the schools in the area that they've been assigned to. So for example, I will be working with the Lake County schools and just helping them, not just to make sure that they're in compliance with the law, but also how to effectively teach this course and how to use best practice.
Our role is to call up the schools, to outreach with the schools and try to help them understand what those 4 best proven practices are.
It's just colleagues helping colleagues and sort of creating this new norm and this movement and this excitement about civic education.
So one of the examples that we do at Antioch High School, and we do this in all of our classes, is a democratic simulation where we run a simulated Senate. And it presents a whole bunch of different scenarios that we can't just tell them about and for them to retain it. What we found is it's a really great way for students to learn about all of the different aspects of our legislative branch.
Maine Township Government Day is a day that occurs twice a year. It's sponsored by Maine Township, and the Township Government Office, which is located on Ballard, invites 15 students from Maine East, Maine South, and Maine West to attend. And in the course of that day, they do site visits to organizations that are supported by Maine Township. They meet with agency representatives, and in the afternoon, they simulate a budget hearing.
I'll bring in, for example, in my U.S. history course that I teach, I'll start a unit of instruction with a current issue. So for example, if I'm teaching about the civil rights movement of the 1950s, 1960s, the post-World War II civil rights movement, I'll start with Black Lives Matter. And we'll look at Freddie Gray, we'll look at Baltimore riots, we'll talk about what's going on today, and then we'll ask the question, why does this exist? So we'll have a current issue conversation within the context of history.
Plus, when you start to make connections with the community also starts to really show that support for the school.
Service learning, which is sort of it's more than community service. You have to be tying that back to your curriculum. There has to be a reflective piece. I mean, some of the feedback we're getting is that's where teachers are feeling they may have a gap and where they may need some help.
All of these things really lead to a greater learning for the students because they're making the connections in a variety of different classes. And we want to continue to broaden our horizons with that. We want to teach civics across the building and really make those connections.
We're talking about current controversial issues. They're engaged. They see that these are real things going on in their lives. Then in these simulations, you're giving them the tools to be actors or change agents. And then when they go into service learning, they get a chance to put these things into practice.
Kids buy into that. They see that they can have a positive impact on the world.